Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. You join me in our workshop. You may have seen some of the other videos. It's not the most glamorous workshop in the world. The roof could probably do with being sorted out, as could the floors. Ramps, equipment and things like that are all nice and new and up to state. But yeah, the building itself is nothing more than functional really. I would like to modernise this workshop, but it doesn't belong to me, and there's only a certain amount of money you can really justify spending on something that doesn't belong to you. You're never going to get the benefits back from. One thing I am going to have to address and sort out though is this. Our mezzanine floor has decided to give up the ghost. If I move back a little bit, so we've got a bit of a storage platform up here. In the back there is actually an old office. There's a heater up there, there's a glass window just over here. I'll climb up and show you in a minute. Someone used to sit back there and do their paperwork and etc. But yeah, everything's a bit thrown together in this building, and this was all just an addition. And this, look at that. Imagine the stress that's gone through to break like that. I think it probably is on a knot, which is kind of like a weak point. Yeah, whether it's got wet or got some kind of rot. I mean, there's nothing that obvious to say why that would go like that. They have put plasterboard on here, electrics, water, piping, but probably it's down to us overloading it with junk that we probably should have never kept in the first place. We're all guilty of it, right? I think you might use that sometime in the future, and yeah, it's cost. The main thing is no one was anywhere near it, no one got hurt, and we're gonna have to sort it out. I've already let my builder slash handyman Mark know he is coming in the morning. I have to get some macro props under there, and I think we'll do away with the platform. If I climb up here, actually. Don't worry, I'm up against this main beam here, so that's not going anywhere. Yeah, as I say, there is a platform area to this with some old boards which are basically just hanging in the joist hangers now, and in there is the old office. Like, there's a window behind the Harley Davidson flag that I put up there. There's a little heater, there's some charts on the wall and things like that. So someone was up here in the rafters of the building in this gross ceiling doing their paperwork. God knows why. I think at one point this whole building was chopped up into separate ones, so maybe someone had a smaller half of the workshop or something and they thought they'd have a office up here. Bit strange, but yeah, certainly wasn't built how it should have been. So I think if we get rid of this flooring section, which is between two joists here, and we'll probably rip some of this rubbish down at the same time, salvage what we can. It'd still be handy to have a bit of a platform there, but how we're going to do it, yeah, I don't quite know. I think if we get some acro props under here, where I've currently got a bit of steel on a jack, pump this up, prop it up, might be able to. Let's walk over here. By the time we've got rid of the joist hangers, which we won't need anymore, because I'm going to get rid of this whole section here that are underneath. I have to sort the wiring and the plumbing, because this is a cold water supply, this is a camera cable. We might be able to put that up, put another big beam across there, bolt through to kind of strengthen it up, and then maybe a 4-inch post here to support it. Again, if it was mine, I would rip everything out completely redo all the roof rafters, maybe even raise the roof with planning and all that sort of stuff. Retile it, felt it, insulate it, and probably clad it on the inside as well, but it's not. So we're going to do the best that we can on a bit of a shoestring budget really, because you know, it all adds up, doesn't it? So join me in the morning when Mark gets here. We'll see if we can't figure out what we're going to do, and try and sort out another calamity, just another day in the car business. So the plan is jack up what concerns me is looking at that over there where they're slipping out on a fixed beam, is what's happened at this end.
That's got a big can't see, can you?
No. Unless we take some of the plaster down, which is all damp anyway. But let's get it hoiked up. And do you want a bit of bar to go over that to give you more leverage?
So what?
A bit of bar to go over that.
Easier.
Yeah, 1 second. So slowly clearing out the loft space. There's absolutely tons of stuff up here. Interior from the Civic track car, some insulation from, I can't remember what, doing my camper van, some paint stuff in there, 6x9s, an old welding mask, loads of motorbike parts, loads of shock absorbers, like old exhausts. Look further back in there, ladders, air conditioning unit, and then just previous to us is doors, bits of timber, God knows what's been left in there. So yeah, the weight's added up. It's unsurprising it's come down really. See the windows like falling out of that thing now. What are you saying, Dad?
Good morning.
Not much good about it.
Make a little bit less noise, please.
There we have it, ceiling back up, currently propped. Until we get rid of this section, get rid of some weight. It's not really needed. It does mean we've got to have an upright here the whole time now. Luckily Dad was here and just sort of held it while we worked on it. Yeah. So, as things stand, I've probably got a very dirty face. We have got, how have I got that in the shot? The mezzanine down, and we are left with this. Currently propped up on 2 acro props. At the farm I had a couple of corner posts from the old Bradbury 4-post ramp, which we took out and replaced with this single poster ramp, which we are also going to have to move because where it is, it comes up and interferes with this beam, so we're going to have to remount that over here. Bit of a nuisance, but at least we've got some clear space to do that now. Yeah, currently propped up 2 acro props. Obviously we need to plate this, put a board across here and some plates on the other side, bolt it all together because, as I'm sure I'm going to get absolutely slated by all the builders watching this, you know, it's structural, it ties in the walls together and everything. This isn't, don't get me wrong, this isn't the ideal repair I'd like to do, but as I say, it's a lease, it's not owned it. We just want to get it together to kind of do a decent job of repairing it and leave it at that. So yes, I had these Bradbury uprights, kind of cut 2 of those together so that we got 2 mounting points. So we can bolt that down to the floor, excuse my terrible welding, and bolt it up through as well. Then, now that I'm looking at it and we're already working here and it looks so rubbish, I might like to OSB, like kind of chipboard across the front and maybe put in a permanent ladder there for taking stuff up and down, or I'm not sure, but yeah, I think board it, make it look a bit better at least. And then obviously we need to sort the wiring out. Luckily I called Duncan, who works for me with my plumbing business, who you would have seen Moving the water pipe work, which kind of comes from the main supply over in the corner, where the jet wash and everything is, over to our mechanic's hand washing sink. I'm knackered. I'm meant to be off tomorrow doing house moving stuff. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. But I won't end this video here. This is just the end of day one. I'll pick this up wherever we end up in the next day or two. So, peace out, see you then. And here we are. It is now the Monday following the Thursday, probably, that I spoke to you last. So we had the Friday, did a bit of work then. I did manage to do some house moving, so that was good. And yeah, this is the progress we've made so far. Bear in mind, it's not 100% finished. There's some touching up to do tomorrow. We're also moving this one post ramp like I was talking about. We're going to get that removed and bolted into the new concrete slab we've put in. I've got the electrician, Brad, coming Wednesday, so in a couple of days' time. But I thought I'd wrap this video up here. You get the idea. Show you how far we got, and you get an idea of what we're going to do. So here it is. Like I said, I decided I'd do some OSB chipboard around the front and close everything in. Obviously the mezzanine's gone. I've just tucked this ladder up here for now for easy access. I will whip you up there quickly and show you what it looks like inside now, but yeah, here is the end result. Jordan, of course, done the all essential, putting the Berrow Motors BM crest up there. Let's have a quick look. This is my upright that I've welded together and put in here, bolted up and down. We've put a board that goes all the way across in there and then is bolted through from this side all the way along. Keep that all tied together so that the roof doesn't collapse in the middle and push out on the sides. So here we are, hopefully you can see it all right. Nothing much left up here apart from our Christmas tree decorations, a set of dials for an Audi A5. If anybody needs one of those, let me know. A few bits and pieces. These are all just like empty tubs for storing things in. We'll get those down, and a couple of little fans. Don't really want to put anything heavy up here at all, really. This was the old window. See, they've got the old sort of tyre stickers and whatever. Bridgewater Plant Hire Limited with telephones. Something sales guide for something to do with credit cards. Barclay card statement of some sort. I'm sure at one point there was like a calendar up here and yeah, telephone numbers, different things. So 100% someone was up here. In behind here, if I can get to it. Yeah, it's the old heater. So yeah, not the most glamorous of offices. But do you know what, while we've been doing this, I thought to myself, actually, if you were to redo all the rafters and the roof and whatever, you can make a pretty decent staff room up here if you were to go back out to where the mezzanine went out to. So yeah, nothing too heavy is going to go on up here. Just got it all enclosed, so I feel a bit happier that nothing's going to fall down or anything like that. There are a few things I would love to do. I mean, as I say, to clad the roof would be amazing because it's just grim and bits fall off of it. Obviously the floor wants a repainting. I'd love to clear it all out, cut it properly with the the diamond cutting grinder I should say, and epoxy resin it or something. We won't be doing that anytime soon. Porsche Cayman engine down there. What a nightmare other than that. So there we have it. A bit more tidying up to do. The electrician coming in to sort out a few bits of wiring. Mark and Dave, the builders, are going to do a bit more tidying up of the ceiling things that have come down there. We'll find a few homes for things that need new homes. And other than that, we are back in business and the ceiling is no longer falling down, at least for now, until something else gives up. Sometimes when you're in business, it just feels like you're constantly fighting fires. But this is one fire we have fought and we have won for now. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a like. If you're new here and you made it this far, please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. And otherwise, I will see you next time.